Look, Basia, mate, you've been a massive disappointment to me. So if you want to go, off you go, mate. Off you go, and take your 110 grand a week with you. Yeah, sure. Hello. Oliver Brummer's injured again. Unbelievable. What's wrong with this guy? All right, I'll go and check on him. Oliver, what have you done, mate? What have you done? Look, we've already named the physio room after you, so you don't have to spend all your time here as well. Look, just rest up, come back fit, and just look after yourself, will you? Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome to Season 7, Episode 8 here at Sheffield Wednesday as we look to win the Champions League with the club for the first time. And today we're playing some festive football, massive games against Manchester City and Tottenham. So we've got a lot of action coming up on the field in just a second, but to catch you up on what's been going on off the field, we'll start in the medical centre, and that is Oliver Brummer. Look at that list of injuries. He's added broken ribs, which is a new one for him, I think. I don't think he's broken ribs before. Usually you can see it's ankles. Ankles he's not a fan of. But, yeah, that's disappointing. It's about a month away yet. Hopefully he'll come back fit and firing. But at some point we need to ask the question, seriously, is he ever going to be not injured enough to be the sort of quality striker that we need, the partner Razzini up top? And I'm increasingly wondering if actually the answer to that question is no. But anyway, he's out for the next month or so, which is annoying. Obviously, December, January is the busiest time of the season, and we are down one of our big strikers up top. So that is that. Now, other news that has happened, and I did sort of tease it there at the start, and that is that Basia is going to be leaving us. He's going off to join Liverpool. He came to me, he was upset that he's not playing. He's not playing because he's rubbish. £45 million we've got for him. That'll come in January. Obviously, it's a little bit less than what he's worth, but I don't think he's worth 40 million, to be honest. So I think we've done a good bit of business there. He's on big wages as well, so we paid 25.5 for him, and we've almost, not quite doubled our money on a player that I think has ultimately been a little bit of a flop for us. He's not played well enough. We need better than that, better than a 6.8 or a 6.6 average from our centre-back that's supposed to be there to be the number 3 guy that can come in and fill in the league when, with fixture congestion. So I'm very, very happy with the fee we've got for him. He'll go off to Liverpool. No doubt he will come back and haunt us and become the world's best defender. But we'll deal with that. I think we've got a decent fee for what was otherwise a disappointing poor player, and 110 grand off the wage bill as well. Now, one other thing that's happened is the youth intake. We haven't got the intake yet, obviously. It's only December, but we do have the preview. And, well, we love a goalkeeper at the academy here, don't we? And it looks like we're going to get another one. Healthy number of fullbacks, but ultimately the killer is down the bottom there. Don't expect too much from the intake. We're probably going to get a goalkeeper and a couple of fullbacks, it looks like. But crucially, it doesn't say that the fullbacks are good. It just says that there's a number of them. So that is that. Now, there is one other thing that's happened off the field that is huge. It is the Champions League first knockout round draw. Let's see who we got in that. Okay, so Champions League first knockout round draw. We have been seeded as group winners, of course. So let's go and see who we can get. So the other seeded teams are Monaco, Barcelona, Chelsea and Man City, Atletico Madrid, Bayern Munich, Inter, and obviously ourselves. The unseeded teams, the teams that we can get. Juventus, Manchester United we can't get, obviously, because they are English. Paris and Real Madrid, we're almost certainly going to get one of them, aren't we? Liverpool, who we can't get because they're English. Milan, Rangers, and Valencia, who of course we can't get because we had them in the group stage. So if we're looking at who we'd like to get, I struggle against Scottish sides, but you'd say Rangers or one of the Italian sides would maybe be the best bet. Probably AC Milan, but, at this point, they may have a strong... Well, they've obviously got a decent team, haven't they, to get this far into the Champions League. So Paris is first, and wow, what a draw that is. Milan, we'll take them, please. And we do get them. Well, that has gone just about as well as it could have, I think, for us. Valencia get Inter. Juventus, they are going to get Atletico Madrid. Real Madrid, they get Monaco. Manchester United will get Barcelona. That's good. A strong team's going to get knocked out there. Rangers will get Chelsea, and that means it'll be Liverpool and Bayern Munich, which again means a strong team is going to be knocked out. So that draw has gone just about as well as it could have for us. We're going to lose one of Paris and Man City. We've got just about the best draw we could have asked for. It means that Manchester United or Barcelona is going to be knocked out, and Liverpool or Bayern Munich. So I'm quite happy with that. That's a good news for us, I think, isn't it? But obviously, we'll come back to the Champions League when that comes around. Now, that is everything off the field caught up on. We do need to catch you up on the field now. We had a West Ham doubleheader, starting with the game in the Premier League. They, of course, are sitting second in the table. Let's see how the game went. So, in a way, disappointing. In a way, not so much. Yeah, I mean, we didn't threaten. Well, we couldn't break them down. They didn't really threaten us. This was just after the last episode against Valencia. So a number of the players weren't able to start or play even. I guess this is where Bruma picked up his injury, and yeah. They didn't threaten, neither did I. I don't know where the XG came from because there was barely a highlight. And, well, makes you want to wait for the League Cup tie, doesn't it? Because that's who we had again. We at home against West Ham, League Cup quarter-final. Let's see if there are any goals in that one. We fell behind in the 13th minute. Marcus Edwards crossed for Razzini to quickly have us level. And Eduardo played in Schuener to put us in front with 10 to play. Brian Rivas got our third. Before Looney, Roberto Sanchez finished the scoring in stoppage time. So there we go, much better. Really, really good performance from us this one. Now, we did put out quite a strong side. The reason for that is we've had a 10-day gap between this game and the game that we're about to play on Boxing Day against Manchester City. So it seemed, well, there was no real reason not to put out a strong team, given that they weren't, there was no other game to rest them for anyway. So the strong team paid off, absolutely destroyed West Ham. Really, really good to see. And when it comes to the semi-finals, we can see there it's Manchester United that we've got. So that's going to be a difficult tie. Although if we look at the league table, they are struggling so far this season. They're actually outside the European places. But a massive episode, because if we were to beat Manchester City in this first game, we would go joint top. Potentially, depending on the margin of victory, we could even, well, depending on what happens with Chelsea, we could even overtake them. And then Spurs, a team we've always struggled with, and themselves sitting sixth in the table. So very, very tough indeed. So yeah, a little bit nervous ahead of this one as well. But let's have a look and see what we're doing here against Manchester City. We're expecting a 4-3-3 from them, a more defensive formation. And this is the team that we're sending out. Now, we learned against Liverpool. Was that last episode or the episode before? When I sort of bitched out a little bit, didn't I? Went too defensive in team selection. We were 1-0 down anyway. We put Jabing in, and suddenly we looked the better side. So we're going to start attacking. So it's Bevilacqua in goal, Mb and Rivas at the back. Marino is playing down the right. The reason for that is Martinez has a little bit of a knock, and with a game coming up with just 1 day's break against Tottenham, we'll just keep him fresh for that one. It's going to be Belyasov down the left. Mateo is going to play as the defensive midfielder. The reason for that is I've just been really disappointed so far in Fabiano. He's taking a little bit of time to settle. I've decided that if we are going to go for it more, we'll just sit in Mateo, who's a good defensive player. We can tackle, good positioning, bravery, anticipation, concentration, decisions. He's a good player, a good defensive player anyway. So we're just going to sit him in there and hope that he sort of mops up anything. Samare and Eduardo in front of, or in behind, I should say, Jabing. Petkovic comes in to play the Bruma role. Let's hope he can do that. And it's the man, of course, Razzini, that goes up top for us. And let's hope he is in fine form. Okay, so we can see the team sheets there. Alphonso Davies is at City. I mean, there's still quite a few players that, well, maybe not start there, but certainly real-life players, I suppose, even 7 seasons in. Great opportunity to show the pundits are right to back. Okay, let's just go. We expect to win. Eduardo's aggressive, so that's that box ticked. And, well, let's hope. We are at home here. It's a massive game in our season. And you consider that, in previous home games, we've only managed draws against Liverpool and against West Ham, who are both up there as well. This is a game that we really cannot afford to, well, certainly lose, but we really do need to make sure that we're winning this game. But obviously, who are they? Manchester City are a good team, and it's going to be very, very tough. And we have struggled a little bit against them historically, though. We have had a decent performance or two against them as well. But let's see what we've got here. It's our strongest side, more or less. you could make an argument Mateo's not the strongest side, but right now I think he's maybe the best man for that job. And maybe at right back you can make an argument as well. But yeah, there we go. And probably Brummer ahead of Pekovic as well. Now, January window is obviously upcoming in the next week or so in game. With Basia leaving, there is a need, I think, for another centre-back now. Joe Gomez can fill in there as a centre-back, so it's not an urgent need, but I do want to try and get somebody in. And, well, it's not been much of a game of football, has it? So I would like to try and get somebody in January. It's just whether we can find that right player. That's going to be the question. But I don't think we could turn down 45 million, or what it was 46 million for Basia. It's too good, isn't it? Let's go with not happy. Let's pump our fists. Let's say we expect them, or we believe that they have what it takes, I should say. And do we change anything? We could potentially go to wingers. Schuener right, Razzini left, and Pekovic up top, or even Giordano off the bench up top. But let's leave it at this for now. See if we can get anything going. If it was an away game, then it would be perfect, wouldn't it? 0-0, we would absolutely take. But at home, as I say, we really do need to try and make sure that we're getting the 3 points here. But we're in danger of actually falling behind, and Bev Qua is there to make the save from Esposito. And, well, at least it's a highlight. We've seen something. All right, let us try lowering our tempo, maybe playing with a little bit more width. We'll get rid of all this. See if that gives us anything. And if not, then it might be a case of a need to go to wingers. I tell you what, nothing has happened in this game, has it? All right, so let's make the change. We'll make the change and then we'll come back. Okay, so just the one sub. Mateo is being sacrificed. Schuener comes on. We'll leave Samare as a deep-lying playmaker. He should be able to do a decent job of it. And everything else there remains the same. It's a little bit risky. Belyasov as a fullback that needs to be doing his defensive duty, but we'll see how he gets on. Let's demand a little bit more here, maybe. There's a highlight. It doesn't start with us, though. Can we win this ball back? Not as of yet. Come on, boys. Come on. Let's get a foot in. Samare. No. Oh, he's offside, isn't he, ref? Surely. His flag is up. And Lukaku was indeed offside. Well, it's certainly not been a classic. If we can get a goal, though, it'll be a wonderful performance from us. Here we go with Eduardo. Eduardo! Well, it's the first shot I think we've seen of us, isn't it? Here we go again. Belyasov with a throw. Come on, boys. Come on. Let's nick this late on. 8 minutes to play. Razzini with a flick on for Pekovic. Pekovic turns. Oh, was it a save? It was a save. Unlucky. A stunning save from Edison in goal for City. We've got a corner now. Jabing to take. Decent. Headed away, though. Schuener is there. Schuener to Jabing. Back to Mb. To Samare. Crossfield. Look at the space we've got out there. Can we build and go? No. Demand a little bit more again. Here we go with Marino with a throw. Certainly opened up the game late on here, hasn't it? Schuener gets a ball in for Eduardo. Blocked away for Samare. Oh, I thought that was going in. Just drifted past the post. And is there anything in this game for us? It's looking increased. Oh, it's stoppage time. Eduardo clears it. It's picked up by Laporte. And, well, we're not going to fall to a late sucker punch here, are we? Please. Belyasov's picked up a knock. That's not ideal. He's left his man there as well. Lukaku's in, and Bev Qua with a massive save. Razzini's not had a great game playing out there on the left. Edwards is still suspended from his red card he picked up against Aston Villa? He got an extra 2 games, so this is the last of his suspension games. So yeah, maybe we should have had an extra winger on the bench. Belyasov is making me very nervous out there, and he's won that well. Clears it up towards Razzini, and it's looking as though it is going to be another 0-0. Very similar to the West Ham game, this one. City haven't really threatened us, and you'd say that's obviously a massive positive. Here we go with Razzini. Can we dare nick it in late stoppage time? We can't. We take a point on Boxing Day. And, yeah, Edison's save, that massive save he made, as, well, it's cost us 2 points. So we had the early kickoff. The gap to the top does remain 3 points. It's not the worst result, really. The only big problem is that these are home games that we're drawing, which means we're going to have to go away from home and then pick up points away from home, which we're capable of. But it's obviously not ideal. Because wait, right there, we've got just the 1 day off. Then we're playing Spurs. Down to London we go. Let's see if we can come back with 3 points. Okay, welcome back. We're about to face Tottenham, but that result against City did do one thing. It set a new club record, 20 games unbeaten since the 23rd of September. That is a new Sheffield Wednesday record. So well done, everybody. Excellent work. Let's have a quick look here and see what we're doing. We're expecting from them a very defensive 5-3-2. Which is a little bit annoying, to be honest. We'd like to see them open up. But this is a team we're going with. Obviously, with just the 1 day's break, we have had to go and make, pretty much an entire change of team. So Bevqua in goal, Sosa, Murillo, Rivas, and Martinez. Rivas, of course, is backing up for this one. Fabiano and Leonardo Augusto. It's a new midfield partnership. We're going to see how they go. Sanchez on the back of his goal against West Ham in the Carabao Cup. We're going to give him a start. We're going to have Schuener in as the advanced attacking midfielder there. I think he can do a good job for us. He got a goal playing that role again in the game against West Ham. Edwards comes in to play down the right, and it's Giordano going up top for us. He's the fresh man up there. A bench of MB, Jones, Samare, Clarkson, Flossie, Clemens is on the bench, potentially to come in and fill in at that number 10 role if we need to move Schuener out, or just basically take him off because he's not working out. Rezzini's there as well, though you can see he is a little bit tired. We weren't going to get 90 minutes out of him, so if we need him to rescue us, he's there and waiting. All right, so we can see the teams, a lot of change at Tottenham, isn't there? No Harry Kane, then I can see a former player, of course, in Hannibal, who we had on loan for a couple of years from Manchester United. Hopefully he won't come back and haunt us. But what do we want to say here? Good run, go out there and impress me. Let's just go with, I expect nothing but a win to keep this good form going. Again, trying the higher expectations sort of team talks. And, this is fourth. It's fourth against fifth in the league. So if we can get a result here, it's a chance to take a big step away from the chasing pack when it comes to Champions League football. And obviously it would be a good opportunity to, keep in touch with the top of the league as well. I do think we need to be looking at a title challenge from where we are right now. We've shown, against Manchester City there, I think we were the better team. Let me know what you guys think. That save from Eduardo from Petkovic was, I don't think he makes that again, does he? If he tries, it's sort of a 1 in 10. This will be a big test for us, though, because it is very much a second-string side away from home against a good team. That's a great ball for Giordano, and Davide Giordano tucks it away expertly. Marcus Edwards with the assist. And it is 1-0 away from home with the second string. And this is why we wanted to get a really strong second 11 going. We needed the squad depth. And, over Christmas is when you really do get to see it. And Edwards even, with a Eduardo, no. He's the one probably non-foreign player in this lineup. But yeah, excellent stuff. Let's give them some praise and let's see if we can go on with this now. If we defend well, we're going to have ourselves 3 points. The game after this, we've got an FA Cup tie against Everton. Now, Everton are in the Championship, but they are top of the Championship last time I checked. And they're going to be tough. Not sure if Neymar's still there, though. Of course, an ancient Neymar was there with them last year when they got promoted. What do we say? Don't get complacent. We'll go with that. I always stuff up halftime team talks. If you've watched the channel long enough, we've just got to accept that at this point. Why try and get better? Just accept your flaws. Let's see what we can do here, though. We've got a corner. A second goal would be a wonderful thing. It's a ball in. It's headed away. It's one of those that looks as though it's going in for a split second. Edwards get another chance. Another ball in. At this time, it is headed away more emphatically. And Rivas, yeah, that's right, mate. The round thing. If you go and get that for me. Fabiano in wide areas. Can he hold him out there? There's a player getting forward. And that just takes the sting out of the attack. But Hannibal has it. Naby Keita. And it's becoming a bit of a long old highlight, isn't it? Wingback getting forward. Oh, it was Zagre, who, of course, we had last FM at Leeds United, you may remember, if you were watching the channel back then. All right, what can we say to this? Let's try demand more. A second goal. And the way that this game's going, it sort of looks like it might be enough. That's a bit too close to the goalkeeper. We've got players back. Murillo getting back quickly as well. You'd like to think 4-on-1 we'd come out on top. We do. Augusto, good first touch. Gets the ball back. We're trying him as an advanced playmaker in this one as well. And he's doing better. That's a great ball for Chouinard. And Chouinard makes it 2-0. It's a stunning finish from Patrick Chouinard. He's trying a new position as a number 10 as well, and he's absolutely belted that in. And Leonardo Augusto is doing something useful as a Sheffield Wednesday player. I don't think we've said that much, have we, since he signed for us? Maybe this is his role. That's a nice little pass into space, and Chouinard, well, absolutely took the leather off the ball, didn't he? And on the hour mark, we are 2-0 up. It doesn't matter. It wasn't offside, so we don't need to waste time seeing that. And, well, we just need to make sure, again, that we're defending properly here, and we'll get this job done. They've only had the one shot on target, so they're hardly, banging the door down, trying to get back level. But we have seen, of course, letting leads slip late on before. There's a decent ball in, headed away. Sanchez isn't having the best game, only playing a 6-4. There's a part of me that wonders if Flossie Clemens should come on. We can move Chouinard out wide. There's a good ball in. If we could get a third, I would definitely do that. Try and get a youngster that's come through the academy and looks to be quite the prospect. Try and get him some first-team football. There's another good ball forward. Edwards, no, it's cleared away. Can we get to that? Not first. Martinez is there on a booking. Thompson's gone straight past him. Can we hold him out there? Cross comes in, and Beverquois with a save. That was a little bit special, wasn't it? They are still sitting back, which makes me not want to necessarily sit back ourselves. We're into stoppage time now, and there it is. A stunning away performance from the second 11. And, it's just Sanchez, the loanee, that really didn't perform there. Everybody else has done quite well, and that includes, and I'm very happy to say, Leonardo Augusto. And I think it's the first time we've seen him play well, and a little bit of development as well. So that's perfect, isn't it? So there we go, a goal in each half. We are 5 points off the top, which is surprisingly West Ham. Now, you would imagine that they may fall away at some point. So if we're looking at the other teams, Chelsea has a game in hand, so potentially they're 5 points away as well. But look at that gap now, back to the non-Champions League spots, 9 points. That's a massive 3 points we've got there. And you've got to say, it's looking a little bit like Liverpool and Manchester United will not be in the Champions League. Now, that could bode well for us. Well, given that Liverpool spent all that money on Basilla, almost certainly won't be in the Champions League. Now, that could bode well for, going and cherry-picking some players at the end of the season to sort of further strengthen ourselves. But that's been, I think, 4 points over Christmas, a fairly useful festive period. And we will be back next time for... January window will open. I think what we'll do is we'll come back for the first leg at Old Trafford and Burnley. I think we'll come back for those two, and then what we'll do is we'll come back at the end of the January window for the second leg and Chelsea. I think that's maybe the best way to work that. It's going to be a little bit too big of a gap if we go straight through to those two games. So that'll be next episode, the first leg of the semi-final. Can we get to Wembley? Can we beat Manchester United? And if we're ever going to do it this season with their form, appears to be the one. And then it'll be a bit of a, I wouldn't say a give me in the league, but certainly the sort of game that we need to be winning and winning well at home to 15th in the league, Burnley, though we have struggled against Burnley in the past. If you enjoyed that, guys, thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next time as the January window opens. Take care.